Travel Robot Presents. Top 10 Things to Do in Delaware. Here is the list of to-do things in Delaware. Delaware, the home state of President Joe Biden, may be small. Only Rhode Island is smaller. But it packs a lot into a small space. Historic homes date from the mid-1600s, and pre-estates that you can tour chronicle the rising fortunes of one of America's wealthiest industrialist families. One of these, Winterthur, is now America's premier museum of decorative arts. And another outstanding collection is not far away, in Wilmington's excellent Delaware Art Museum. The state's tourist attractions are not all history and culture. You can find plenty of things to do year-round. Some of the finest beaches on the Atlantic coast stretch almost the entire length of the Delaware coast, providing summer playgrounds for residents of Washington, D.C.Wilmington, and Philadelphia. Discover fun and interesting places to visit with our list of the top attractions in Delaware. Here is the list of 10 things to do in Delaware. So before we get started, make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for our future updates. Number 10. Rehoboth and Delaware Beaches. Stretching much of the length of Delaware's 28 miles of Atlantic coastline are white sand beaches, and they are extremely popular with residents of the three major cities within weekend reach. The major resort is Rehoboth Beach, consistently listed among the country's top beaches for its laid-back atmosphere, boutiques, restaurants, and wide stretch of white sand. To the south is action-packed Dewey Beach, then the Delaware Seashore State Park, with water access on the ocean side and the bay side of a long barrier island, then the family-friendly Bethany Beach and Fenwick Island. North of Rehoboth is Cape Henlopen State Park and the charmingly old-fashioned Lewes. There's a beach for every taste. One of the most popular attractions at Rehoboth Beach is Funland, a local institution since 1962. The amusement park is perfect for families with its rides of varying scariness, suitable for children of all ages, and a midway with games. Number 9. Nemours Estate, Wilmington. Built in the early 1900s, Nemours Mansion in Wilmington was a gift from Alfred DuPont to his wife Alicia. This beautiful 77-room home is complemented by equally impressive gardens, the largest formal French gardens in North America. Beyond stretches almost 200 acres of lawns, meadows, and woodlands. Follow a long walk to the reflecting pool, where intermittent jets of water shoot into the air. The chauffeur's garage holds a collection of vintage automobiles. Number 8. Winterthur Museum and Gardens. Founded by Henry Francis DuPont, Winterthur is unusual as a museum because it was built as a showcase for his collections of priceless antiques and art, but also as a place to use and to entertain family and friends. The 175 rooms were designed to be as historically accurate as possible, with antique furniture, needlework, textiles, silver, glass, paintings, prints, and ceramics appropriate to specific periods. With nearly 90,000 objects to choose from, curators can not only furnish the rooms authentically, but mount special exhibits in the galleries to follow themes such as artistic mediums, techniques, and decorative styles and influences. Because of the house's size, no tour covers more than small sections. You will need to return several times to see everything. Winterthur is considered America's finest museum of decorative arts. Surrounding the house is a 1,000-acre park, where DuPont indulged another passion: plants. Here, he created a botanical garden of plants and trees from all over the world, planning their arrangement with a mind to colors and blooming season, so that the garden would be beautiful from late winter through late fall. Fern-bounded woodland paths lead to grand vistas of lawns and flower beds, and to the Enchanted Woods, a 3-acre children's garden, where kids can step into the world of woods fairies. Number 7. Air Mobility Command Museum, Dover. Aviation buffs will want to visit the Air Mobility Command Museum to view its fine collection of vintage planes dating from 1941. Wander the hangar and lot out front to see the artifacts that reflect airlifting, air refueling, and the history of the Dover Air Force Base. On display are over 30 aircraft of various sizes and functions. Some of the largest are the C-100 and 41B Starlifter, C-133 Cargomaster, C-130 Hercules, and a C-124 Globemaster. You can climb the stairs and explore inside to get a feel for what the planes are truly like. Number 6. Hagley Museum and Library. The Hagley Museum and Library in Wilmington encompasses the site of the original DuPont gunpowder mills, as well as an estate and gardens. The first DuPont family home, a Lutheran Mills, built by E.I. DuPont in 1803, sits overlooking the restored French-style garden also created by E.I. DuPont. 5 generations of DuPonts lived in the Georgian-style home, and their family business grew around them. In the visitor center and the library, if you're interested in further research, you can learn how industry developed along the Brandywine River as the technology for using water power evolved. You can see a collection of vintage vehicles in the barn, including a Conestoga wagon that was used to transport black powder to the port of Wilmington. In the Science and Discovery Center, you can try on a spacesuit and learn about the DuPont materials that went into making it. Number 5. Delaware Art Museum, Wilmington. Located in Wilmington, the Delaware Art Museum's collection focuses on American art of the 19th through the 21st centuries and English pre-Raphaelite art of the mid-19th century. The museum is especially known for the premier collection of the works and papers of American artist Howard Pyle, who illustrated books by Mark Twain and Robert Louis Stevenson. Pyle is best known for his ethereal mystical etchings, drawings, and paintings of mythological and medieval chivalry scene, and for the images of pirates for Treasure Island. You'll see the originals of his works alongside those of Maxfield Parrish, Norman Rockwell, and other familiar illustrators. A highlight of the collections is the complete cycle of murals Pyle painted for the dining room of their home in Wilmington, displayed as intended in an intimate room of paneled walls. Other special collections at the Delaware Art Museum include posters from American poster designers and jewelry and metalwork made by English craftsmen in the arts and crafts style. As you approach the building, you can't help seeing the Dale Chihuly arrangement of brilliant glass flowers, each several feet across, displayed in front of a large window and visible from below in the museum's atrium. The flowers are also visible close-up from a walkway between the 2 wings of the building. Outside on the lawns is the Copeland Sculpture Garden, with 9 works, highlighted by Tom Otternuss' 13-foot crying giant, and 3 rectangles, horizontal jointed gyratory eye by George Rickey, which moves in the least breeze. Number 4. John Dickinson Plantation. John Dickinson was known as the penman of the American Revolution, and he was attributed with drafting the Articles of Confederation in 1778. His 1740s brick house, outbuildings, and slave-tenant house in Dover are part of the farm complex. The farm makes for an educational family outing, with costume interpreters roaming about the property performing duties that would have been commonplace in the 16th century. One of the most interesting buildings to visit is the granary. Here, 6 intact historical machines, an inclined plane, a wedge, a screw, a pulley, a lever, and a wheel and axle, are explained in great detail. In the Welcome Center, the life and times of 5 residents of the plantation are chronicled on display panels and provide excellent insight into what life would have been like back then. Number 3. Brandywine Creek State Park. Brandywine Creek State Park encompasses 933 acres and is an important area for birds and other wildlife. The park features the Brandywine Zoo and numerous other things to do. The zoo specializes in North and South American endangered species. Brandywine is ideal for visually impaired visitors who can enjoy nature by walking the sensory trail. Be sure to bring your fishing rod. A variety of species, including bluegill, smallmouth bass, and crappie, can be found in Brandywine Creek. Other popular activities on the creek include canoeing, kayaking, and tubing. If you don't have your own gear, local outfitters will get you set up and on the water in no time. Hiking, walking, and running are all popular pastimes in the park, and 2 of the best trails are the Rocky Run Trail and the Brandywine Trail, which winds its way along the creek. Brandywine Creek State Park is especially known for its majestic stand of tulip poplar trees that are close to 200 years old. A level, loop trail meanders under these giants and leads from the Nature Center. While you stroll along, keep an eye out for songbirds, deer, and other forest critters. Number 2. The Nanticoke Indian Museum. The Nanticoke Indian Museum in Millsboro is housed at a former one-room schoolhouse and is listed as a National Historic Landmark. A variety of native artifacts are displayed here, from pottery to arrowheads, spears, and textiles, with some items dating back to 8000 BC. Of particular note is a traditional wooden canoe, The museum offers a fine overview and is a great place to learn about the heritage of the Nanticoke tribe. Number 1. Delaware's Old State House. The Georgian-style Delaware State House in Dover was completed in 1792. It contains the governor's presentation and ceremonial office, as well as the 18th-century courtroom and legislative chambers on the first floor. Various artifacts, historical photographs, and documents are on display and detail the 224 years of usage the building has seen. One of the most interesting paintings is of George Washington, painted by Dennis A. Volozin. This massive painting measures 7 feet by 5 feet and dates from 1802. That brings us to the end of this video. If you love similar content like this, take a look at my other videos. And if you like it, please smash the like button and make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. If you have further questions, feel free to comment down below. See you in the next video.